Friends, today I want to talk to you about something that I feel like is happening in our world that we are all a part of, and that is the entrepreneurial revolution. I have been looking at some stats, and you know I love data and you know I love numbers. So one of the things that I found is that there are more entrepreneurs than ever before, and 41%, almost half of all of these people started their business in the pandemic, which of course, what's happening is I think that our society was shaken to its core. And we realized that when we had an option, when the future was looking a little bit less uncertain, we wanted to do something with our lives. We really wanted to contribute to make this like contribution within our society, and we didn't want to work for other people. And I think that's what we're experiencing right now, is that there is a revolution of all these people. There are, I think 56% of all people are contractors now. So we are experiencing a time in our lives when there are more entrepreneurs than ever before. And I want to teach you how to take advantage of this entrepreneurial revolution, because I think that our businesses are something that's meant to shift not just this generation, but generations to come. I don't know about you guys, but I was kind of like, when I was figuring out my career and figuring out what I could do with my life, I never considered entrepreneurship. I always was thinking that I would work for somebody else for my entire life. And that's great. If that is what you're doing, that's awesome. And I'm not hating on that. However, I do think that we have a unique opportunity where we can work for ourselves and make a full-time income just by ourselves as a solopreneur. That's why I was saying the solopreneur 6 figures is something that I feel like we want to aspire towards. The average income of the US citizen, which is where I am right now, is $76,000 per year per household. And I'm like, what if we could create generations of people who are working for themselves? How would that shift the world? And I was thinking about, people will always spend money. It is just like how the world works. We always have things that we could invest in. But what if we were investing in people that were small business owners that really cared about us, that were creating incredible products to make our lives better? How much would our world shift if that were to happen? And that's, I think, what we are a part of. Now, the reason why I didn't consider entrepreneurship is everything that I heard about being an entrepreneur was that it's hard. And as a person with ADHD, I was like, I do not think I have the time to really invest in this. I know that attention is something that I already struggle with. And what I'm seeing is that people think that in order to make 6 figures, it's going to take a long time. And I want to offer that what if just working 8 hours a week or less, like I work way less currently, could create a 6 and multiple 6-figure business that could create generational wealth for you and generational impact and change for others. That's exactly what we are here to do. So that is one of the reasons why I wanted to host this webinar, Chaos to Cash Flow, because I knew the value of creating an easy business would not just create a generational impact in your life, but you're going to be able to help so many more people if you are able to systematize your workday and make things so much easier for you to create impact and actually work with whatever service you have and help the people that are in your audience right now. So one of the things that I think that you are going to need, and one of the things that I'm teaching in this Chaos Cash Flow webinar, which y'all should totally come, is the marketing side of things. When I started my business, I was an elementary school teacher. I barely had enough money to get certified, let alone invest more money into ads and play around with things like that. One of the things that I think is a misconception about making 6 figures is that you have to take hours, or that you have to spend a ton of money on advertising in order to actually make 6 figures. And that is not the case. When you are thinking about building this amazing six-figure business of yours, which only 2% of coaches and 20% of all solopreneurs ever even make six figures, which is the statistic that I want to change, is that when we are thinking about building these businesses, I think that a lot of people think it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of time. And those are the two biggest misconceptions that are possibly out there. The reason why you don't have to spend money on marketing is we have access to some of the best technology in the world, and some of the best connections are made through social media. I made 140 last year without spending any money on ads, and 120 the year before that, all organically. That's one of the things that I'm teaching in the Chaos to Cash Flow webinar, is how you can create a system to build organic marketing so that you can hit six figures. Because I want it to be as easy as possible for you to join the 0.2% of coaches and or the 20% of solopreneurs that are in there. The other thing that I want to offer is that you can also spend way less time when you are marketing your offer. When we're thinking about creating a business that is scalable, you want to start with something that's simple. So I'm going to talk to you about like why selling a simple offer is statistically going to make your business scale faster. And I think that's one of the things that is extremely valuable when we're thinking about like making things very easy and scalable and not spending any money doing so. It's like the cheap and cheerful way to six figures is like what I want to offer you. So that's what we're going to be talking about in Chaos to Cash Flow. I just announced it yesterday. So definitely make sure you are signed up for that webinar if you are not already. And for those of you that are in my Facebook group, I genuinely think that I am not a special snowflake. I think that way more people who are coaches should be in this 0.02%. I'm like, it really is not that challenging. It's simple. It is mentally difficult, but it's a very simple process to hit six figures. And I want to teach you exactly how I did it. And I want you to have more exposure. I want you to be able to ask me more questions about your business. And that's why this Friday at 11 a.m., I am doing a live coaching call where if you've never had a business coach before, you're going to see what it looks like to have a business coach help you to build your business this Friday. Feel free to come and get coached live. Bring any and all questions you have for me, because I know that you deserve in this amazing career. I know you want it to be full-time, and I want to be the one who helps you get there. So this is kind of a ramble, kind of a tangent, but I hope you enjoyed this. I have been coaching for 7 hours straight right now, and so I'm going to piece together pieces of this, but I would love for you to join me on Friday. I love you guys so much, and if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out to me, and I will see you on Friday, or for sure at the Chaos to Cash Flow webinar. It is on Monday the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you there.